Welcome back to my channel Infinity Minds, where maths is made easy. Today again we shall be doing questions on constructing quadrilaterals from Ganita Prakash part 1, chapter number 4, page 102. Okay, we're coming to question number 2 and 3, which are similar to what we learned yesterday, constructing quadrilaterals. These are also constructing quadrilaterals, but here the special name of the quadrilateral is also being given, parallelogram and a rhombus. Question number 2. Using the diagonal properties, construct a parallelogram whose diagonals are of length 7 and 5 centimeters and they are meeting at an angle of 140 degrees. Okay. So what yesterday also I had highlighted in the video, what all is given to us. First of all, the lengths of the diagonals. The question which was given, you had a question on quadrilaterals where the diagonals were given of equal length. So fine, and then eventually we had concluded them to be rectangle or rhombus. There you were to tell the names of the quadrilateral, as in you landed up telling, but you were told about the diagonals bisecting each other. But here that is not being told. Instead, rather you have to use diagonal properties. It is asking you to use diagonal properties. Okay. So now when you've been given that the name of the quadrilateral is parallelogram. So consider a parallelogram. A parallelogram, what do you know about diagonal properties of a parallelogram? That in a parallelogram, diagonals are unequal. So they are already given to be of two different lengths. That also proves. But diagonals do bisect. In a parallelogram, diagonals do bisect. Okay, they do bisect. Yes. They are unequal. So the lengths of the two diagonals are given. But yes, they do bisect. In the previous one, it was told. But here you are expected to apply your properties. So there are two lengths of the diagonals given. They bisect, and the angle at which they are inclined, that is also mentioned. In a way, it is very much the same construction what you learned in the previous video, children. Okay, just the name is given, and another fact that you are required to know this by yourself. You should be knowing the fact you are going to apply bisection. So only in the beginning you would find the difference. Rest, solving wise, constructing wise, it's going to be absolutely the same. Okay, so beginning with this, with any one of the lengths of the diagonal, we can start with our construction. So let us go ahead. Step number 1, draw a line segment equal to the length of one of the diagonals, say 5 centimeters in this case. Length of one of the diagonals is 5. So let us first place the scale and prefer making it in the middle of the page. By now you know you're going to occupy some space. So all around. So 5 centimeters I will draw the length of the first diagonal. And I may give it the name, say AC. Assuming I will create my name of the parallelogram as ABCD. So AC being the length of the one of the diagonals, 5 centimeters. Step number 2, we construct the perpendicular bisector to this segment that we draw in order to locate its midpoint. How to draw perpendicular bisector, children? Any further details you require, do watch the previous video before switching over to this one. Okay, put your compass at one of the endpoints, radius more than half, an arc above, an arc below. Digitally slightly I have to rotate as of, otherwise you don't need to rotate your compass, you can just start right from there. An arc above, an arc below, and with the same radius you will put the tip of the compass at the other end point and draw the arc to intersect the previous arcs. Any radius can be chosen which is more than half the line segment, but once you choose it, keep it fixed. These are the guidelines to construct any perpendicular bisector line. Next, join the two vertices. So we are able to obtain, say I mark point M out here, which is the midpoint of the line segment AC, which happens to be the diagonal in this case. So AM equals to CM must be 2.5. Now at this point M, we shall draw the angle which is given. Okay. Angle is given to be 140 degrees. Yesterday also we made one construction of 140 degrees. So put your protractor at point coinciding with this perpendicular line and draw a 140 degree angle. Since we are starting with MC as our initial ray, we will be taking the outer reading. After all, 140 degrees is an obtuse angle, and we shall keep our marking. So 140 comes here. So M to that particular point we will join. And we will extend it both ways. Join that, the 140 degree that I marked, I have joined it through M and extended it further. Now the last step, compass at point M. Compass at point M and radius equal to half of the length of the other diagonal. Yesterday the lengths of the two diagonals were same, so we already knew. Now the length of the other diagonal is 7 centimeters, so half of 7 would be 3.5. So radius equal, compass, tip of the compass at the midpoint, radius equal to 3.5. So this is exact 3.5 that I have opened, and I will make an arc. Compass at M, radius equal to 3.5, make an arc on one side and also make it on the other side of this blue color arc, arm, which is your 140 degree angle inclination. The angle that we draw, there you have to make it. The two arcs that I have made in red locates my point B and D. In fact, BD. Now, so it is all ready. Now just join the vertices. Join A to B and C to D. You would realize, you can of course drag your scale and check, you would realize they'll come parallel. These are all your cross-checking points, children. Join B to C and A to D. So ABCD is a parallelogram with opposite sides parallel and equal. Diagonals are bisecting each other, thereby making an angle of 140 degrees. This is 2.5 centimeters AM and CM is also 2.5. BM is 3.5 and MD is 3.5. You can all have a look, and I hope you have also been able to create a very similar neat diagram. Okay. So moving over to this, coming to question number 3 now. Using the diagonal properties again, construct a rhombus whose diagonals are of length 4 and 5 centimeters. So diagonal's length is given. Yes, diagonals in a rhombus are unequal. What else do we know? Do they bisect? Yes, they do bisect. Children, see, try and understand whether it is a rectangle, whether it is a square, or whether it is a rhombus. Do listen to the first video that has been put up on quadrilaterals, which talks about types of quadrilaterals, their properties. These all are part of your parallelogram, students. They are all part of your parallelogram. And in a parallelogram, if diagonals bisect, but obvious it's going to bisect in each one of them. Difference lies upon equality of the diagonals. that which one of them have diagonals equal and which don't. For all these properties, you do visit and again watch the first video that has been put up, because it is essential for you to remember the properties. You do have application of properties, no, like using diagonal properties, so you should be knowing diagonals bisect each other. What else does a diagonal of rhombus do? They bisect in such a way that they meet at 90 degrees. Okay, they are perpendicular bisectors, and a single name to cover both of them is perpendicular symbol, perpendicular bisectors. Yes, in a rhombus, diagonals are perpendicular bisectors. Steps are going to remain absolutely the same. So you draw one of the diagonals, make the perpendicular bisector. Yesterday we had made one construction in which it was square was obtained. Okay, so there also, yes, the diagonals are perpendicular bisectors, but there the diagonals are equal in length also. So only the difference of the length, but steps remains the same. Okay, let's quickly go through this also. Here, that's the kind of shape you will obtain. I'll share. Draw one of the line segments, make its perpendicular bisector. Now there is the step number 3 gets reduced. There is no need for you to make that 140 or whichever degree angle that is there. You have to make a 90 degree that is already got created with the perpendicular bisector construction. Then putting the tip of the compass at the midpoint in half of the length of the other diagonal. An arc above, an arc below, and you join it. Okay. These same steps you're going to obtain there. Okay, students, so till this point we all know. First, draw one of the diagonals. Here I have chosen 5 centimeters and I have constructed the perpendicular bisector. So I have got my midpoint. Now at the midpoint, I shall put the tip of the compass. So this is my midpoint M. At point M, I shall put the tip of the compass and radius equal to half the length of the other diagonal. In this case, it is 4 centimeters, the length of the other diagonal. So I will choose half of 4, that is just 2 centimeters. 2 centimeters above, 2 centimeters above, and 2 centimeters the other direction. Okay. The 2 points arcs that I have marked were determined by B and D. Let us join them with a scale and pencil. A to B, C to D. I always emphasize on checking opposite sides to be parallel. B to C, A to D. Yes. If you compare it with a square shape, it would definitely come out to be very, very similar. There's hardly a difference because the lengths of the diagonals are also just 1 centimeter difference, no? 4 and 5. Almost it will look like a square. Had the diagonals been equal, and it would have been absolutely a square. They are, of course, very, very similar to look for. So let us just highlight the key points. AC is 5 centimeters. You could write a 2.5, 2.5 centimeters, and here one could write 2 centimeter and 2 centimeter, and the angle inscribed is 90 degrees. ABCD is my required rhombus. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed watching construction of videos. Do keep liking and watching and subscribe to my channel to know the latest videos coming up. Okay, thank you everyone.